Hey guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I'm going to come into this OJ Simpson trial today, and I'm going to listen to Judge Fleischer while I do it. I'm going to try to practice self-control, and I'm going to try not to swear, and I'm going to try not to throw anything at my monitor, and I'm just going to try to consume and not react. I'm just going to watch. I'm already thinking of swearing. I'm just going through the words through my head right now so I can get them out of the way. All right. Breathe and go.
So to speak.
Huge inconsistencies that need to be explored with all the witnesses that pertain to these observations.
But isn't that something that you can explore logistically after this person has completed their direct examination, after you've had the opportunity to ask Ms. Lopez about these things, confronted her with them, so to speak? I mean, the inconsistencies or the apparent inconsistencies are there and are apparent to you, are they not?
Those are. But what about the witnesses whose statements go to these issues? How can I confront her with the witnesses' statements if we haven't collated them and prepared all of them? I mean, Your Honor, you're talking about 2 to 3 days to pull out witnesses and their statements and inconsistencies in between these statements and the tape transcript that would require ordinarily weeks to do.
But cannot Miss
We can do this. Even though I almost just sweared right there. Because this judge was a lawyer. Nope. Back down. The judge used to be a lawyer, still is, and he knows she needs time for this. That she needs more time than 1 hour. Absolutely. She needs 6 weeks is what she needs. So that she can, anyway, don't swear. Don't just consume it. Ha ha ha. This is good.
Lopez only be confronted with her inconsistent statements rather than inconsistent statements by other people?
Cannot Ms. Wouldn't it be more effective, since we are apparently the defense insists on representing to the court that she won't be here? Wouldn't it be effective cross-examination to confront her with the existence of these other witnesses and probe her relationship to them?
You can, but you can't not with their hearsay statements, obviously.
Maybe that's...
Judge, listen. You are not allowed to tell her how to put on her case. You are not allowed to do that. You are just not. You are overstepping right now. I'm not swearing. So far, I'm not swearing that this is not okay. First off, what they did was illegal. Absolutely. And what you're doing now is assisting them in their illegalness, Judge.
That's not necessary. But that's what I'm talking about, Your Honor. There are a lot of tactical decisions to be made. There's a lot of preparation that goes into this.
All right, let's assume that I smile favorably on some of your requests for a continuance. What are we going to do in the meantime? I would assume that we could complete at least the direct examination today of Rosa Lopez. Is that correct, Mr. Cochran? Are you prepared to complete that?
Oh, I highly doubt
Let's
it.
assume that we can complete the direct. What do you propose we do tomorrow and Thursday?
Your Honor, I don't think that the people should be in the position of having to propose anything, given the fact that it's the defense misconduct that put us in this position.
No, I was about to invite you to say, well, perhaps we ought to conclude the cross-examination of Detective Lang.
But how can we be in two places at one time?
Well, I mean, we've got, according to the LA Times, 43 people in the DA's office working full-time on this case.
How many of them are the lead prosecutors in the case? There's only 2. We're the ones that are going to be involved. We are the ones that
I didn't believe it either.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that must... Never mind.
Okay. I mean, seriously, we have to make a choice here. Somebody's got to prepare this. But we have a trial and we have a sequestered jury, so I got to do work with the jury. That's where we are.
But basically, Your Honor, the people are still being punished for defense misconduct. How is this fair? How is that fair? We're the ones put behind the 8 ball by their misconduct, and the court then wants to have our efforts in the preparation of the cross-examination, which have already been cut back to not 10% of what they should have been by their misconduct. You know, the defense is greed.
So in other words, you're asking for a complete continuance until Friday. Is that what you're asking
That's
for?
correct, Your Honor. That's correct. Or I've offered the court an option that will absolutely put the jury back in this courtroom, ready to go tomorrow, and that is to terminate the conditional examination, which is exactly, exactly what I think should happen here. It's what they deserve. It will not curtail their ability to present the defense.
Okay, guys, thanks for coming out. That's as far as I can get without swearing. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and I either have to swear or I have to shut this stream down.
The witness will be here, and we will have the opportunity to prepare for cross-examination. It answers all problems.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Just a few last words, if I might. The people never can accept the court's ruling. You ruled this the conditional examination. They couldn't accept that then. They still don't want to accept it now. Every opportunity to try to change that is it seems to me to be totally inappropriate. And I would ask the court to not do that. That seems to be inappropriate. It seems also, Your Honor, that this is what we're talking about here, Your Honor. So that we're perfectly clear. We're talking about a 12-minute tape.
15.
Well, 15 minutes. It seems more like 12, but the first part is admonitions, and I'm not threatening you or whatever. 50, you've done the tape, so 15-minute tape. How long does it take a lawyer, 15 minutes, a tape that tracks a July 29th statement to prepare that? Whether they got 43 people working up there.
okay. I don't know, Johnny, but maybe we can compare it to the 3 minutes of extra testimony that you got just a couple weeks ago that you required 6 weeks. 6 weeks, and the court gave it to you. She's requiring 3 days. Maybe we could compare it to that. Maybe, I don't know.
Or 15 or 20. There are plenty and ample people to do this cross-examination. They're already prepared on it. This is the only thing added. It's 15 minutes of tape. And so
They're already prepared on something that you just handed to them. They're already prepared on that.
do what you think is reasonable. But I would ask you before you make your decision to not make it based upon the machinations of client and this unreasonable estimate. It seems to me, if the court would listen to Ms. Hamburger and Ms. Lopez, she is the real party and interest in this. And I would ask you once again to do that. And I think if you look at this statement, counsel tries to go through the statement and pick out certain portions of it or whatever. I think what she has to point out, this is Pavlik's statement. So she's having a real difficult time impeaching Rosa Lopez on Pavlik's statement. She can ask her questions, but she got to ask Pavlik about what he wrote and after the conversation. That's what it's about. And they seem to forget that, Your Honor. They do not have a statement signed by Rosa Lopez. They have her voice on this tape. They can play the tape, as I've invited them. No foundational problems at all. Play the tape. And so, but would you please listen to Ms. Hamburger and Ms. Lopez before you rule as to what's appropriate, Your Honor?
All right. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you.
All right, Deputy Browning, can I have Ms. Hamburger, please? Ms. Roberts? All right, good afternoon. Ms. Hamburger, would you approach, please? All right, good afternoon, counsel. We've had a few developments transpire, as you know, over the last 2 days. The defense has turned over a tape recording of a statement made by your client, Rosa Lopez, in July of last year. And that tape recording was turned over late this morning, and a transcript was just provided by the court to counsel for both sides. Prosecution has asked for a continuance of the 1335 until Friday morning so that they can evaluate the tape recorded statement and correlate it with all the other evidence that has been created by this situation. I am probably not going to grant the continuance until Friday. I'm probably going to grant a continuance until Thursday. For this reason, I do not believe we can complete this conditional examination in one additional day. I think we're going to go longer than an additional day. And I'm therefore going to be ordering your client to return back here at 9 o'clock on Thursday morning, the 2nd of March. And I understand your client is very reluctant to stay. The court has already, through the clerk, made arrangements to change her plane reservations for her flight out of town. So I maintain my belief that she is, in fact, going to leave the jurisdiction.
What a day we picked to not swear, guys. We could have not sweared any of those other days easy. We picked today. What, Judge? Come.
My alternative is that if she does not accept my order to return on March the 3rd at 9 a.m., then having already determined that she is a material witness, I will have to require her to post a substantial bond. All right, do you want to discuss that with your client?
May I please, Your Honor?
Certainly.
Thank you.
March 2nd, which is Thursday. And the
May
reason
I
for
have
that,
10 minutes, Your Honor?
oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
And the reason for that, counsel, is let me just explain to counsel, I think, Mrs. Clark, that you're entitled to a substantial amount of time, and that perhaps overnight is not enough. But I don't believe we're going to complete this conditional examination in one additional day. And if we go to Friday, then we're going to dribble over. So that's that. All right, so I propose that what we do is complete the examination of, we'll take a 10-minute recess from Ms. Hamburger to speak with Ms. Lopez. We'll complete the direct examination this afternoon, and then we'll stand in recess. However, I do want counsel back the next few days to hash out some of the discovery things that we haven't gone through. Take care of some of the other business that we have with Dean Ullman tomorrow. We can do those things without the jury. All right.
I'm
10 minutes.
so mad. I can't believe how mad I am that he just said that Thursday. I am so mad. I don't even know how to press fast forward because I'm seething right now. I liked him until this point. I liked this judge. No, he's a criminal. Crooked. As crooked as you can get.
All right, we're waiting for Ms. Hamburger and her client.
And the jury doesn't see any of this. The jury doesn't know any of this BS.
What is the defense position on the court making a determination under 1332 that Ms. Lopez is a material witness and requiring her to post bond?
Well, our position is, Your Honor, that would be terribly unfair. I think as I addressed in my remarks, Your Honor, I think that this is a lady who came forward voluntarily.
All right, let's assume that you think it's terribly unfair. If she's unwilling, how do I secure her attendance here on Thursday?
Well, I can only hearken back
Lock her
to
up.
Friday evening when she did not want to be here, wanted to leave that weekend, Saturday night, if you recall. She seemed to have a great amount of respect for Your Honor. And if you recall, she promised that she would come back for you.
Of course, I
It
also
seems to me,
promised that
yes,
we'd be
but she
finished.
promised to be finished, so that maybe there's a little credibility problem now that has arisen. But I think that she continues to have respect
I'm
for
gonna
this
need
court because
something a little stronger. I'm gonna need a
she believes
Valium.
this court is fair, and I think that
I'm not allowed
it's
to
going
say that
require
here.
you asking. She has been at lunchtime today. She said, why is this happening to me? I'm just a witness. I was just there. I just saw what I saw, and I want to go home. Contrary to what the prosecution thinks, because they're not out in the real world. This lady wants to leave, and she is sincere about that. She wants to
Rosa
get on with her life.
Lopez.
And so it seems to me that I'd like for you to talk to her.
All right. In a nutshell, throughout this whole trial so far, and we are on day 86 of watching it. Just us. We are on day 86 of watching this. The defense has constantly put forward new evidence in the middle of the trial. And the prosecution has absolutely zero time to deal with this new evidence. They have no time. Now, the prosecution has also just a few times put forth new evidence. And the judge has promptly given the defense 6 weeks of time to look at it. But it was before the trial. They didn't give any during the trial. It was before the trial. The defense is doing this during the trial. The trial started. Now, this witness, Rosa Lopez, is the defense's witness. So the prosecution was going on in their case in chief, witness after witness going on. Defense says, stop. We need to put one of our witnesses on the stand right now. We need to butt into your case in chief and put one of our witnesses on the stand right now because she wants to move to a different country. She doesn't want to be in the United States anymore because the press is hounding her. She's getting threats. So the prosecution was like, no, it's not your turn. The judge is like, well, okay, yeah, she can do it. Yeah, go ahead, let her. Now, he heard a little bit from this witness before he made up his mind, and all she did was lie. And he even, they asked her questions, and then the judge stopped everything and said, wait a second, ma'am, didn't you just say this? Wait a second, ma'am, weren't you just saying this? Which is it? And he did it a couple times because she lied about everything. So even though she lied about everything, the judge said, okay, yeah, we'll take her testimony. We'll do it on a video without the jury present. And that's what they're trying to do right now. They are trying to get her testimony on video without the jury present so that they can get her testimony. Well, they just submitted another piece of evidence that they forgot this morning. And it's a video. I mean, it's a recording of an interview she did where she freaking says the exact opposite of everything that she's saying on the stand here. And the defense, the prosecution, they want time. They want time to get more evidence about each of her statements to make sure that they can impeach everything she said, which they can. Now, when the defense was in this problem and they got new evidence, the judge granted them 6 weeks to look through it. And it was minor. It was so minor. This is a major witness because she's saying that when she saw the Bronco parked there, she's saying she saw the Bronco parked there all night when OJ was supposedly murdering somebody. His Bronco was still there. Now, this is the Bronco that has Nicole's blood on it. This is the Bronco that has Nicole's hair in it. So she's saying it was there all night, but everything she says is a freaking lie. And this tape that they have, this interview, you can hear her just replying exactly how the interviewer wants her to reply. He is leading her the entire time. So, long story short, which was already long, the prosecution needs time for this. They do. Legally, they need it. And they get it. They should get it. This is stupid. First off, She should not have been allowed to testify, knowing judge knew she was a complete liar. The defense should not be allowed to shove a witness in here right now. They said because she's moving to El Salvador, so they need her now. And they showed that she bought a plane ticket to El Salvador. And then the prosecution looked into it. She bought a round trip ticket. She bought a round trip ticket. Now, Fozzie works with airplanes. He knows what that means. That means she bought a ticket to go and a ticket to come back. So, no, that ticket does not mean she's moving down there at all. She goes and visits there all the time. Yep, she got money for this. She absolutely got paid for this. And my internet. My brand new internet. I'm so mad. I give up. I'm just waiting for a second for my internet to catch up. Anthony, whatever you're doing, knock it off. Shut it down. Okay, I got 2 bars. So she couldn't. The defense, he stated that he bought the ticket. Okay, he's also saying that Rosa Lopez's sister is going to pay him back. My ass, she's going to pay him back. He's such a liar. A liar. So now the judge just said that they have till Thursday. You're on your computer and you're not touching it. So yeah, my internet is just, I got new internet today. It's supposed to be faster. And I'm gonna press play because my internet's not gonna let me do anything else.
Sure, but I think
Sure. I'm just gonna check something out real quick. I'm not gonna press play because my internet keeps going down. Hold on. I'm gonna put Comcast back up. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I got an idea. That'll fix this. I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about this. All right. I hope that worked. I'm just gonna press play now. I only have like 28 to 38 more minutes to get through, and then I have to stop anyway. So here we go.
And she disappears. You lose her.
Yeah, I think that while we're waiting for them to come in, I'd like to talk to my colleagues, but I think that I just, I want to talk to my client, really, is what we want to do.
That's a technical decision
I want
you
to talk to
have
my
to make.
client, but I think that, Judge, we just don't want to be part of that. I mean, that is just seems so egregious. Where she's a witness. She's a person who saw something, who's come down here. It's not her fault, and I just have a little trouble with that. But allow me to talk.
Believe me, I'm reluctant to.
Okay, hold on. I have to stop this. What would have to happen for her to not testify? How far would the defense have to go to make this, too illegal to continue down this road? Because to me, they've already crossed it 7 miles ago. Like they know she's a liar, that her testimony is freaking useless. This isn't their turn. They got brand new evidence, brand new today evidence. What else possibly would have to happen? Any one of those three things means a continuance. All three of them, and they're not getting a continuance. What would she have to do, Marcia, to win this argument? Because it seems like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how bad this is and how illegal it is. He's going forward. It does not matter.
Throw witnesses in custody too.
Plus, she didn't have any money. And so that's another problem. And people always want to
You
send
gave
things
her
in.
money.
And certainly, that before I let her spend one night, I would post it personally. But I have a real problem with this. So may I talk to Mr. Simpson?
Now he's delaying because she's only here for today. There's no time to sit and talk. There's no time. She's got an airplane ticket. Every second they use right now is 1 second less the prosecution has to get through that tape.
1332 issue.
Well, a counselor consulting with their client.
Judge.
All right, Ms. Hamburger, why don't you come on up? Let me just allow Mr. Cochran to conclude conferring with his client,
No.
but don't go away. All right, good afternoon, Ms. Hamburger.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. The sad part of all of this are my client's feelings, justifiably. I have spoken to my client. She has agreed to only one thing, and I hope you will allow her to do this, Your Honor. She has agreed, if you will allow her, to address you directly. Would
All
you
right.
give her permission to do that?
Certainly.
Thank you.
I wouldn't mind my name being Hamburger. Honey, what'd you eat last night? Oh, hamburger.
All right, and let the record reflect the presence of our certified Spanish interpreter, whose name is.
Cecile, Cecile, Cerda, Cerda, Spanish language interpreter of Japan.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Lopez, would you come forward, please? All right, good afternoon again, ma'am.
Buenas tardes, señor.
Let me have the interpreter interpret for you.
Good afternoon.
Ms. Lopez, your attorney has indicated that you wish to speak to me again,
Señora López. su
and I've
abogado me
explained to
dijo
your attorney
que usted quiere hablar conmigo una vez más.
that we've had another delay in our proceeding.
Yo le he dicho a su abogado que hemos tenido otra demora en nuestro
Oh
procedimiento.
my God.
I don't know how much detail.
No. Are you are you saying that's what Lopez is going to say, or is that real? Oh my God. If it's real, Mel, I am so sorry. Oh my God, Mel. Go into Discord if you need anything, if you need to talk, if you need anything, go into Discord. Mel, I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. Whoo. Nell's fine, guys. That's what Lopez is about to say. And Lopez is right. It's her sister that's in the hospital, though. The sister is the sister is so sick on death's bed right now. However, which is why she has to get back right away. However, she hasn't spoken to her sister in weeks, not even by the phone. She hasn't even called her on the phone to see how she is. But she has to get there right away because it's an emergency. Her sister is so sick. Liar.
Gail, your attorney told you,
Yo no sé cuántos detalles le dio a conocer su abogada,
but the delay is based upon the fact
pero la demora se trata del
It happens all the
that
time.
the
It's fine.
prosecution was
It's fine.
given a tape recording
de que a la Procuraduría se le entregó una
of your first
grabación
interview
de su primera entrevista
only this morning,
solamente esta mañana.
and they want some time to listen to the tape recording,
Y ellos quieren tiempo para
to
escuchar
prepare a
esa
transcript of
grabación
that recording,
y para preparar un
So they can
transcrito
nail you
and
with
to
it.
evaluate it before asking you questions
y para
And
evaluar
nail
esto
you
antes de
about what
seguirte
you said on
preguntas.
July the 29th,
What you lied
1994.
about.
Todo lo que usted dijo el 29 de julio de 1994.
They asked that I delay this proceeding until Friday,
Me pidieron que yo
7
demorara
weeks.
este procedimiento hasta el viernes.
but I feel a delay until Thursday is sufficient time for them to accomplish these things.
Pero me parece que una demora
Because
hasta
you're
el
an
viernes
ass.
les da a ellos suficiente tiempo para llevar a cabo estas cosas.
I'm
Your
swearing. I don't
attorney
care.
has indicated
Su abogada me ha
that you
indicado
wish to talk to me about this.
que usted quiere hablar conmigo con respecto a esto.
Sí, señor juez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Quiero decirle
I want to tell you
que yo fui muy honesta con usted.
that I was very honest with you.
Usted me dijo regrese el lunes
You told me come back on Monday,
y yo vine el lunes
and I came on Monday.
y yo fui muy honesta con mis abogados.
And I was very honest with my attorneys.
You're a
Con
liar.
cualquiera de ellos hubiera sido lo mismo.
With any one of them, it would have been the same.
Vine desde muy lejos.
But, ma'am, who's crying right now, the reason why this is taking so long is because on the stand, you said this. Oh my God. In the interview, you said this. And then when the reporters got you outside, you said this. So, ma'am, it's going to take some time to figure out which of your statements is true because you're a liar.
Came from very far
Para salir de esto.
to finish with this.
Y ahora, y el jueves me van a decir otro día más.
And today, and on Thursday, I'm going to be told another day,
Y yo estoy muy enferma, señor. Yo no como todos los días,
and I
señor.
am very sick, sir. I don't eat
I'm not sleeping very
every
well.
day, sir. I'm not sleeping very well.
Y le voy a decir, esto no es mi culpa.
And I'm going to tell you, this is not my fault
Trabajar cerca del señor Simpson.
to work close to Mr. Simpson.
Don't forget
Y
to
no
throw your
es mi
sister in.
culpa haber oído
Your sister's
ni
dying.
haber visto.
Oh, you gotta move the body of your son who died to a new grave. Don't forget that part. Come on.
To have seen and to have heard.
All right, Ms. Lopez, I know that this is not your fault.
Señora López, yo sé que esto no es su culpa.
This delay is the
Partly
cause
your
of this
fault.
delay is the failure to turn over the tape recorded statement
Esta
And
demora,
tell the truth.
to the attorneys for the prosecution. That is
la
the
razón de
reason
esta
for the
demora es que
delay.
no se le entregó las grabaciones.
I apologize to you for that.
Yo le pido disculpas a usted por eso.
However, in fairness to both sides,
Pero para ser justo
in
con
this
las dos
lawsuit,
partes,
it is necessary for me to
This-
order you to come back on Thursday morning.
me es necesario a mí ordenarle que regrese a usted el jueves por la mañana.
And the reason I have picked Thursday is to make sure that we finish this proceeding
La
this
razón
week.
por la cual he escogido el día jueves es para asegurarme de terminar con estos procedimientos. esta
I
semana.
apologize to you for the inconvenience.
Le pido disculpas a usted por la inconveniencia
As part of the sanction
como parte de la sanción
for failing to turn over the tape,
por fallar en entregar
I'm
las
going to
cintas.
order counsel for the defendant to pay for your hotel
Le he ordenado a los abogados de la defensa que
Through
le
Thursday.
paguen por su hotel
through Thursday.
hasta el jueves.
And I understand
Don't worry, ma'am. Don't worry, ma'am. I just ordered the millionaires to just give you more money. That's that That's legal. That's legal. Guys, this is so legal.
Understand my clerk has already contacted your travel agent and
Yo
that your
entiendo que mi actuaria ya se ha puesto en
the
contacto.
ticket and reservations that you
con
had
la
are
agencia
fully
de viajes.
refundable and transferable to another flight.
Oh, but Judge, Judge, remember she was just on the stand and she said she had tickets and a reservation. She had tickets. She bought the tickets. And then the prosecution like called the airline and found out she never bought tickets. Remember, the reservation was for a round trip ticket, but she never purchased them. Don't you remember, Judge? We went through this. She doesn't have tickets. She has a reservation for a round trip trip, but she never paid for it.
Y el dinero que usted pagó por sus boletos se podrá trasladar al pago de otros boletos.
What we will do today,
Lo que vamos a hacer hoy
we will finish the questioning by Mr. Cochran,
es que vamos a terminar las preguntas que le tenga que hacer
and
el
then I'll
señor
order you to
Cochran,
come back on Thursday to
y le voy
complete
a
this.
hablar que regrese el jueves
Yo-
para terminar con
Yo
eso.
estoy muy cansada, me quiero ir a descansar, ya no quiero más preguntas.
I am very tired. I want to go rest, sir. I don't want any more questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Gracias, señor.
All right, Ms. Lopez, I'm sorry, I have one other question. Forgive me, I have one other question. Ms. Lopez, do you understand my order to return here on Thursday morning at 9 o'clock?
Señora López, ¿entiende usted mi orden de que regrese aquí el jueves por la mañana a las 9 de la mañana?
Sí, señor, entiendo.
Yes, sir, I understand.
All right, Mr. Cochran, you're to make her arrangements.
Muy bien, señor Cochran, usted
Do you
tendrá
understand the
que
order,
hacer
sir?
eso.
Yes, I do.
All right, that's the order.
I think she did come
All right, I
back.
think we'll call it a day as far as
I'm
Ms.
just
Lopez is
looking.
concerned today.
I'm
All right, thank you,
cheating.
Counsel.
I'm cheating because I have to.
All right, is there anything else we can conclude?
I don't see
All
no
right, and
purple.
counsel, I'm going to order you to be here Thursday morning as well, 9 o'clock.
Definitely.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Is that her? March 2nd. Oh, she's here. Is that her? Or is that the other girl? I can't tell. I don't think that's her, is it?
Yes, please.
All right, so we are on February 28th. They want her back Thursday. We can't tell if she comes on Thursday or not. But, I mean, I don't know if March 1st is Thursday or not. I'm going to finish this next one today. We're going to get through February because guess what happens in March, guys? Guess what happens in March? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Oh, am I wrong? Oh, don't say I'm wrong. I don't think. There we go. Let's go. Besides your birthday, there he is. Furman takes the stand in March. Oh, we're so close. Oh, I can't wait. I already know that he's a liar, so I'll be fine. Oh my God, Kardashian got into the front row today. Get in the back seat, dude. What do you think you are? Go get in your little child resistant seat back there. Oh, look, even she's up there. The A team and the B team are mixing on both sides of the bench. I mean, on both sides of the whatever bar. Nope, not bar, not bench. Tables? It sucks getting old and you can't find words when you need them. They're laughing though. Sounds like my front door just popped open. I'll be right back. Just 1 second.
All right, counsel, thank you. All right, we have scheduled tomorrow afternoon previously motions regarding discovery, compliance, et cetera, et cetera. I'd like to have all the defense.
Don't do it because your house is just going to make you do it again tomorrow. So you can skip today and tomorrow because it's just going to make you do it again and again and again.
Investigators here so we can make sure that we conclude those matters. We also have the people's motion for discovery of expert statements, disclosure, et cetera, et cetera. That'll be at 1:30. I want to meet with the lawyers in chambers tomorrow morning.
Okay, in case you weren't listening to what the judge just said there, I'm going to tell you the people's motion for discovery again. We are in the middle of trial. Why? Why is there a motion for more discovery when we are in the middle of, we're not at the beginning of the trial. We are well into the trial. Motion for discovery. And they're finally gonna get this discovery, but they're not gonna have any freaking time to look at it. Nope. No, they're not.
At 9 o'clock. All right, anything else before we stand in recess? All right, thank you, counsel. Another interesting day. Thank you, Madam Interpreter. Interpreters, your order to return Thursday morning, 9 o'clock. All right, thank you.
Thanks for nothing, Ito.
All right, let the record reflect that we have now been rejoined by all the remaining members of our jury panel. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the court has found good cause to excuse one of the jurors on the original 12, and we are going to select a replacement at this time. Mrs. Robertson, would you please draw a number from the list of alternates?
Juror number 353, please have a seat in seat number 12.
I know. Why?
All right, number
I wanna
353, when I
know.
said we needed you to stay. Okay. Well, I try to mean what I say most of the time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Let's have juror number 12, 96? 1290? Let's see, Mrs. Robertson, I need.
Lots of trials that I watch, they have the juries pool, and then they don't tell them until they're ready to go into deliberations. Okay, you're not going in. Thank you. You need to sit over there. You're not done. Oh, but you can't go in with them. You're an alternate.
Need you to rearrange the
Oh, I would be
seats
pissed if
there,
that
but I'm
was
going to
me.
ask you the You're welcome. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you that it's always my policy to try to advise
Yeah.
the jury as much as possible
I
as to the
noticed.
reason for certain delays. If you recall, when somebody looking much like yourselves came here last Friday evening, I told you that there were some unusual things going on.
Well, guys, I'm not going to be able to make it through this. I'm not. I got a phone call to make. I got a phone call that I need to make right now. I'm glad that I have like Karen rage built up. Someone's going to get it. Someone's about to get it. Just kidding. I knew I would never Karen somebody on the phone. It's not their fault. But I do have a phone call to make. So thank you so much for coming out. I wanted to do 20 more minutes, but it's just not going to happen. So I will see you all again real soon. Maybe next video, it'll be a no smoke video. That was my cat knocking over a guitar. Yep. Bye, guys. Have a great day. See ya.